Like father, like son. It's a saying just about as old as time, as many sons over the years have followed in their father's footsteps, or should I say skate tracks, all the way to hockey's biggest stage in the NHL. And while some may seemingly still be in their old man's shadows, there's quite a few that have given their dads a run for their money on ice. In this video, I'm going to pit 5 fathers against their sons in order to see who the better player is. We'll go over things like accomplishments, stats, and all-around skill set. So get ready to jump in the time machine for a minute as we go back in time and analyze these NHL fathers and their sons. Keith Tkachuk. Definitely a pioneer back in the day when it came to representing the States before guys like Patrick Kane came along. Similarly to his sons that would later carry on the antics, Keith played a very physical two-way game. He could fight just as well as he could score, as he became the 6th American-born player to score 1,000 points and 1 of 5 to net 500 goals. Unsurprisingly, set a franchise record while in Arizona for the most penalty minutes on record. That vintage Kachina jersey though. Anyways, while embodying the perfect frame for a bruising power forward, Tkachuk routinely spent time net front while utilizing his size and great hands. Years later, as we all know, Matthew and Brady have kept the tradition going, not only by playing hockey, but more importantly, playing hockey with an edge that most opponents hate. Weighing in at over 200 pounds, just like their old man, both brothers play a physical game and are net front pests that goalies hate facing. While the Tkachuk brothers' careers are young comparatively to the longevity of Keith's, who is in the Hall of Fame, I have to say that Matthew's hand-eye is still on another level. Even still, when breaking down who is the better of the trio career-wise at least, at this present time, while taking in consideration all of his accomplishments and insane stats like 98 points and 50 goals in 76 games? I mean, sure, Stastny was there for part of the season, but still, somehow he was able to not fall into the Arizona coma that players like Hall and Kessel recently have and scored another 50 goals, finishing with 86 points in the desert the season after. To me, that's definitely a mark of a good player when, regardless of where they go and who they play with, it can still maintain elite numbers. So I think we can all agree that both Domis can hold their own in the ring. But it just so happens that the older of the two spent a lot more time settling the score than his offspring. And really, the difference in playing style and their roles could really be a testament to how much the game has really changed over time, as Ty was essential to his team by simply being a goon. Today though, Max has embraced the modern game on ice, as he not only is a capable playmaker, but also very good on his edges with remarkable lower body strength. Even still, while we all know who is more offensively inclined on paper anyways, you have to give the fighting edge to Ty. While he may only have 104 goals to his name, the former enforcer ranks 3rd all-time in penalty minutes in league history, with over 3,000 in his career. So even though it's obviously apparent that at 81 goals currently, that Max is going to pass up his dad sooner or later, I think it's a fair statement to say that he definitely won't when it comes to penalty minutes. After coming to North America on a mission, while escaping the chaos overseas from the country formerly known as Czechoslovakia, Peter and his brother Anton Stastny were among players that helped normalize Europeans, showcasing their talents in the NHL. And Peter wasted no time on getting his name out there while he was playing for the Quebec Nordiques, while capturing the Calder Trophy after getting 109 points in 77 games played during the 1980-81 season. Alongside brother Anton, the Stastnys helped cement their legacy with the Nordiques by bringing their own European flavor to the playing surface. And among his many accomplishments, one of the most notable for Peter was becoming the first European player in league history to reach 1,000 points. Before being inducted to the Hall of Fame, Stastny retired with 3 gold medals and over 1,200 points to his name. So how does the younger Stastny compare? After joining the league, just like his father, Paul also had a sensational rookie campaign and finished with an impressive 78 points in 82 games played. He also, during the same season, recorded a 20-game point streak, becoming the 3rd youngest to accomplish such a feat, behind only the great one and Mario Lemieux. Even though Paul definitely has nothing to hang his head about, After spending over a decade in the league thus far, I think the writing's on the wall by now, and despite the difference in eras and skill set, the older of the two was still the better player back in his day. Now I have to say, it must just be another level of special to not only play for your hometown team, but to also represent, conceptually, yes I know, not the same exact team, but a team that your father once did. Even still, for Zach Parise, it had to be a dream come true, as his father JP was a dynamic player in his own right, and is notoriously known for his overtime goal which sealed the fate of in-state rival, the New York Rangers, and gave his team their first ever playoff berth in April of 1975. But besides just that goal, JP had a lengthy career of 14 years, mostly spent with the Minnesota North Stars. Before retiring in 1979, he had 5 50-point-plus seasons on record. And as he hung up the skates for good, Parise left a lasting legacy in Minnesota, as he at the time was the all-time leader in assists and second in points, and finished with 594 in total. JP still remained ingrained in hockey while taking his knowledge of the game to Shattuck St. Mary's in order to coach his son. The younger Parise became known as an offensive threat from day one, as an NHLer. With his quickness, wicked shot, and keen hand-eye coordination, Zach, following his lucrative signing with the Wild, has been one of their best for a number of seasons. Even though his best statistically was with New Jersey, as he finished with an impressive 94 points, with 45 of them being goals, following the 2008-2009 campaign. Currently, after 1,015 games played, Parise has amassed 792 points. And even though it's not by much, I'm going to have to give this one to Zach, as he's seemingly been able to outdo his old man in today's game, which only speaks to his offensive prowess. But even still, he was obviously coached by a legend. Similarly to the Domis, one DeBrusk earned his keep mostly with his fists, and the other has with his offensive abilities. As Louis was one guy, also like Ty, that you just didn't want to pick a fight with. At 6'1" and 225 pounds, DeBrusk chose to stay in the heavyweight category when it came to dance partners, while routinely taking on guys such as Marty McSorley, Donald Brashear, and Stu Grimson. After suiting up for 4 different teams with roughly 2 decades spent in the league, Louis retired with 1,161 penalty minutes to his name. So as far as fighting is concerned, Louis was definitely your guy. And if the game was different in his day, I'm sure his career would have been different. Even still, his son Jake is the one that's currently bringing the offense. As the younger DeBrusk, following a developmental season with the Bruins AHL affiliate, the forward quickly cemented himself in the lineup, with his impressive hand-eye and natural nose for the net. He may not be the biggest guy out there, but that doesn't seem to stop him from battling for the puck when need be and playing a solid two-way game. Jake, in his first 2 seasons with the B, had 2 back-to-back 40-point-plus campaigns. He also has proven himself as a clutch player to have in the postseason, as he scored 2 goals during Game 7 against Toronto, helping his team advance and finishing with an impressive 5 goals in the series alone. For me at least, the obvious choice here is Jake. As his father relied on physicality, his son, while playing modern-day hockey, has proven to be an offensive weapon in Boston for the Bruins.